In this video, I'm going to quickly walk through the discussion boards for our literature class. So if you click on, here are the guidelines for discussion boards. I'm going to be uploading this video soon. So here are the discussion boards. This is really important stuff. All right. Discussion boards for Introduction to Literature Distance Learning Fall 2023. Our discussion boards will consist of 6 dates where you will post a short response to the reading on Blackboard under discussion boards. Here's how you get to the discussion boards. Log on to Blackboard, click on discussion boards, click on discussion board, click the form for the date, click on create thread, create your thread, then hit submit. So these are the written instructions. Here is, and I'll show you this again at the end of this video, from our home page. On the toolbar, you see discussion board. Click on discussion boards. Here's our first one. It's due Tuesday, November 7th. You click on this blue discussion board for Tuesday, November 7th here. Click on create thread, and you know, for subject, first discussion board or whatever. I don't really care what you write here. And you answer the questions. So I want you to answer all these questions. You know, we're in a close, tight class here. We're starting late, so you answer these questions. You could basically just number 1, 2, 3, etc. Here's a few specifics about the discussion boards. Each entry will be roughly 200 to 300 words, and we'll talk about the questions that will be posted. That's total. That's obviously not for each question. I don't want that, right? I don't want to read all that. That's total for the whole discussion board. I don't care if you go over 300 words, but you got to make sure you at least get to 200, right? Don't, you know, when I ask you a question, don't say, well, it's good, whatever, right? Answer with a little detail. So if you go over 300 words, that's fine, but you got to at least get to 200 words. It will talk about the questions that will be posted. Each entry that asks a question about the text should specifically address the text, short story, poem, play, or whatever. And I want you to incorporate 1 to 2 quotes from the story. The entry will be due by midnight of the assigned date. For example, the discussion board for Tuesday, November 7th will be due by midnight. Our syllabus states that the discussion boards, forums, you know, interchangeable title, they're worth 300 points. So that's a big chunk of points. So if the class is worth 1,000 points, and if you miss all the discussion boards, that's 700. You get a 70%. This breaks down to 50 points for each discussion board. That's a lot of points, right? If you miss 2, you're gonna get an A minus. If you miss 3, you'll get a B, right? Entries that do not meet the requirements will receive less credit, as will late entries. If your entries are late, you know, I'll knock points off. And here are the dates that are follows. They're due each Tuesday, and they're all already up there. So these are the discussion boards. The discussion boards serve many purposes. It makes sure we're doing the readings without resorting to pop quizzes. Also, you can build on what you write and use it in your essays. For example, if you feel like you've done some great work on Baldwin Sonny's Blues and you want to write your close reading paper on this text, you'll be able to use your entries as a jumping off point. You can also read and interact with others as well, although that's not required. I'm not asking you to respond to others. Also, it helps us accomplish a number of our course objectives, learning goals, knowledge outcomes, etc. So these are the description, the specific details. At least 200 words. If you go over 300, that's fine. Include 1 to 2 quotes from the story. Again, how you get to the discussion boards from our home page. Here's what the home Blackboard page will look like. On the toolbar here, click on discussion boards. Click on discussion board. Click on the date for whatever date. Click on this. Create thread. You got to remember to click create thread. Type in your subject and answer the questions. And you could upload a PDF or a Microsoft Word doc if you like that too. Make sure you hit submit. There have been people in the past who have been working on these and they click out and they lose all their work. You got to hit submit. So this is the video on discussion boards. Again, as always, please email me if you have questions.